Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medinah, Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called Shantae's Got a Man. The ingredients you need is some Simply Limeade or lemonade, vodka, ginger beer, sliced limes, and this is how you're going to make it. So you're going to start making the punch by slicing your limes. Place the limes in the bottom of your container. Or a large drink dispenser, put in a couple of cups of the ice and then start pouring the vodka into the pitcher. The vodka can soak in the lemons and ice until you're ready to serve the punch. Top the entire thing off with all of the Simply Limeade or lemonade. And if you can't find limeade, you can make it with the frozen concentrate limeade. That is Shantae's Got a Man. It's also like a Moscow Mule punch.
I might try that. I love a good Moscow Mule.
So do I. I love a good Moscow Mule, and that sounds like a drink that you would be drinking like with your girlfriends. No guys are allowed. Y'all are all just like sitting there and bragging about how great he is.
No boys allowed. Okay, welcome back
and
to
I was
Cocktail.
listening to Shantae's Got a Man
Today,
and I was like, dang, he was really cheating on her. She was bragging.
What a shame. Anyway, welcome back to Cocktails, Dirty Discussions, you guys. How have you been? What's been going on?
I'm doing good. I actually had a really great, fun-filled weekend. I'm a little tired. As y'all are, girl, I'm like, wow, I was exhausted from that bike ride. I re-downloaded Bumble, and I've been... instead of complaining about the app and saying I don't actually meet people, I have been taking the game into my own hands and just really hollering at these men, like starting real conversations, not just like, hey, how you doing? Just like, saying whatever's on my mind really and seeing how it goes.
What have you been saying lately? Like besides
Girl.
what you told me the other day?
Today I decided to send a voice message. And I said, hey, handsome, your pictures are so nice. Because here's the thing, men just be saying whatever they want and they do it in person. Men will do it in person. I'm just going to start off flirting.
Okay. Okay. Is it working well?
It's working. It's keeping the conversations going longer. Will I actually meet up with any of these men? I don't know. I'm supposed to meet coffee with somebody next week. Go have coffee with somebody next week. And then another guy was like, do you want to do something? I don't know what that something is.
How do you feel about
English
coffee
isn't all that great.
Whoa.
I don't like them. I really don't like a coffee date.
Me
like
either. It feels very rushed and cheap.
I was just about to say that.
Like, you get a cup of coffee. I mean, you could be a really fast. You might just want like a shot of espresso. Then it's over. We're just sitting there. You could have called me on the phone for this, and it's early.
And I totally understand like people wanting to make sure you have something to talk about or not wanting to waste money. But like, how, even if we go to a place that has tapas and it's not like a full dinner, you're not going to spend that much money there either. Like, so if we go have coffee, I done planned something like directly after and I didn't really make time for you because I'm like, oh, this is probably just going to be 30 minutes to an hour meeting.
Not meeting.
It feels like a meeting, like an interview.
Yeah. I haven't been on a coffee date in a while. I have no desire to do it. If you're listening to this, please don't suggest a coffee date to me. Like, I think after a while, if you're talking to somebody, this can't be a first date, but it's like, oh, we got a busy day. We might not see each other for a few days. You want to meet me here? We can have breakfast real quick. Okay. Have some coffee. Because all I'm going to really have is coffee, probably. Unless it's breakfast at Barney's, because I like that chicken and waffle situation they had. That was really good.
Girl, 14
but yeah, I don't know. I don't like them. I have a date coming up. So, I met this guy. Don't really remember how I met him, but I met him some time ago. and he slid in the DMs. But I liked how assertive he was. And I need that. So I said, you know what? Let me just follow the instructions. So we're going to go to dinner. I'll keep you guys updated, maybe. But hopefully I don't. Hopefully y'all just leave it alone because hopefully it goes well and then I won't talk about it. But then it's like, I definitely, nope, as I'm saying this, I definitely can't talk about it because today he was texting me and he was asking me like what I had to do today. So I'm talking to him about a few things. I didn't say anything about CockTales, but I think I mentioned like I was in the middle of editing the bonus episode or something like that. And he was like, oh, for your podcast, is it on YouTube? And I just didn't respond. And then I was going to say something else, but I moved too slow. And he was like, never mind. I found it. I'm going to listen to it while whatever he was doing. And I was like, please don't. I literally said, please don't. And I like sent him, I did the explanations on it. Like, please don't listen. But it was too late. He already listened to it. So I'm nervous.
Dang,
That's
you responded
not fair.
late?
It was only a few minutes. But it's like, this is the thing. When people listen to the podcast already, they already have like, I don't want to say the upper hand, but the upper hand. You know a lot about intimate things about me. That is not fair. There's nowhere that I can go and like find out anything about his day. Like, it's just, we'll see how it goes. So I'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah.
Kind of, maybe. No news is great news. And if I tell a story well, it didn't go out well. So
a couple of guys that I matched with on Bumble, they already knew about the show. And I was like,
how did they know? Was it like they saw you on Instagram or something?
Instagram. Yeah. It wasn't like anyone was like, I'm a fan of the show. It was like, they were like, I saw you on Instagram. Wow. Am I going to be a topic of discussion on your show? And I'm like, sir, no. We don't just be like, I met a nigga today. Here his name. And this is what he do. Like, calm down.
It's almost like... I don't know. I think maybe, I know from experience, some guys do want to be talked about on the show, but I'm like, have you actually listened to what I typically am saying about men on the show? It's usually not good. Why would you want to be on here? That's not, you don't want that. Trust me. You really don't.
Men are weird. You guys look forward to the next couple of Patreon episodes that we dropped. They're going to be fun. We did some game night with some friends and talked about curved dicks.
Yeah, there was a lot of discussion about curved dicks. Do y'all like curved dicks? I want to know. I like them, but it doesn't have to be curved. I don't get crazy. Like some girls are like, ooh, it's so big and curved. Nah, put the thing away. It looks like a weapon.
I've never experienced one, honestly. That's something I have
Really?
never experienced, a curved dick. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have. I mean, it's different. I just don't get all the fuss. Everybody goes crazy about them. But the best dick I ever had is pretty straight, so.
Yeah, all my niggas be straightforward dicks. That needs to be a song.
Okay. Then we did. So when we did the Beltline bike riding thing, there were lots of men out there, you guys.
A lot.
I was getting distracted because there were so many men running with their shirts off. Now, I'll be honest. I don't know if everybody was fine or not because I was trying to make sure I was balanced on my bike and did not fall off. I hit it like when I was getting off the bike, hit my leg. I have this huge black ass bruise and it hurts on my shin. You know, there was a lot going on, but I definitely saw some beautiful abs. I was smiling at the men. Hey, then you see their girlfriend riding behind them like, bitch. And so, you know, you gotta be careful, check the surroundings. But it was a good time. Go try it. It's warming up. And they have those bikes in lots of cities. It's pretty fun and it's cheap. I know some people may wonder. Cheap. I didn't realize bikes are so expensive. Like if you want to purchase a bike, this guy was trying to convince me to go bike riding with him, and he was telling me about some bike. So I went and Googled the bike that he was talking about. That shit was $2,000.
Bikes be expensive.
I'm like, is it gonna pedal itself? Because no, I'm not doing that.
Shout out to my brother. He actually him and one of his friends, they collected pieces of other bikes that were broken at a bike shop, and he made his bike. It is I was going to say cute, but he's a man. It is just the coolest looking thing. He took like different colored handles and like the wheels are, each part of the bike is from a different type of bike. Huh?
He left it that way, different colors, or did he paint over it?
He left it. He took different specific pieces and like built a bike that looks mismatchy, but it's really cute. I was like, okay.
How resourceful. I wouldn't be doing that shit neither. I'm going to just keep renting them heavy ass city bikes and calling it a day.
With the basket on the front.
Yeah, I was trying to think if there was anything else to catch up on. I guess I'm sorry, you guys. I feel like my mind is drawing a blank. I really need like a day. And I don't think that day where I have nothing to do is coming until next week. Ooh, it's going to be a long process. Okay, so I guess we can go ahead and move on to weird sex. And then we got a message from one of our sponsors. And then we have a different type of episode today.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. A man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
Okay, so this week's weird sex, this lady is trifling. So there was a teacher, not in Florida this time, Mississippi. She got fired, of course, and she was convicted of 2 counts of sexual battery 3 years after she was arrested for sexually coercing a 17-year-old student. So she had this male student for years, and she says he was the aggressor in the relationship. She's 42. She was sending him nasty videos, sex videos. They were dating, and she kept buying him gift cards to have him shut up. Well, shout out to his parents for paying attention. And the dad is like, where are you getting these gift cards from? Where are you getting this extra money? You know, like when you're in high school and you start spending more money, your parents know you ain't got no money if they didn't give it to you. And even no matter if you work or not, it's like you're not making that much money as a high school student with a part-time, probably minimum wage job. Anyway, the daddy went through the phone, saw that grown woman's cootie cat, all in the son's phone, all the messages, all this stuff. So, yeah, you know, parents.
How old was he?
When the woman got caught, he was 17, she was 42. I just don't understand.
People don't be scared that like you're gonna end up on the news. I don't even send my nigga videos for real.
Well, I don't think that's the problem. The problem is, why are you fucking around with your students? It's not about the video. Nobody is going to see the video. But you're fucking around with your student and then trying to bribe him with gift cards. There are some sick people out here. And it's scary because you send your kids to school and you think that they're going to be safe. And you just never know. Anyway, what was her name? Amber Turnage.
That's horrible.
She's going to be doing some time. And that's it for weird sex. Now, before we get into the discussion, we wanted to remind you guys about Talia Wajid hair care products. You guys need to try them. We both have some in right now. I like them. We've been using the apple and aloe. Yeah, we've been using the apple and aloe products. They smell really good.
They smell really good.
And
another thing that I love about it, it feels good and it loosens your curls just a little bit, especially if you're trying to blend your hair with some weave, like I am. I washed my microlinks with it and I used the whole line this time. I didn't like pick and choose. I used the whole line and then now I have the leave-in conditioner and it did a little twist out. I absolutely love it. Put that little oil on my scalp. I feel like a little apple.
If you guys want to try the products or any of their other products, you can purchase it at Sally Beauty Supply, Walmart, or if you just go to www.naturalhaircare.org and use code CTTW, you will get 30% off whatever you purchase. Highly recommend. And here's a little clip from the most recent bonus episode. So we have Tahoe and Orlando from the Hard or Soft podcast here for game night. Don't get distracted.
You're on CP time.
I'm trying to talk about your podcast. You want to talk about ass.
Your shit is
Are y'all tag teaming bitches on the OnlyFans?
What do y'all do?
Had a very beautiful dick.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No, now I want to show it on
now
the screen.
I want to see it. Do you want some Prosecco, beautiful dick? Okay, so tonight.
I don't know how
it was
y'all
cool.
do
She
that.
left a little doodle stain on the bed, though.
That was you. Because it wasn't me.
Oh, it wasn't.
Okay.
Just checking.
Position and drink the water while I'm having sex.
But your throat gets dry.
I don't be moaning like you, like I heard you do. So my mouth ain't gonna get that dry.
My mouth.
Thank you.
I'm getting jealous.
Respectfully. Well, your thighs is. Oh. You know what I mean?
Now she feels all right. She can calm down. It just took one compliment. All right. So this week, we are going to be discussing different types of men and what we personally appreciate about them. We are not going to be negative today. So this is going to be rare.
This is a men's appreciation episode. And if we do complain, we have to take a baby shot. Not together. Like if Kiki complains, she got to take the shot. If I make a complaint, I have to take the shot. We are strictly talking about the things we liked. Girl, let me tell you something. I have 2 shots poured, okay?
Okay.
Because I do think that I can get through the episode. The whole point of this, y'all, is I personally don't think women cannot complain about men, even when things are going great. I think I can make it through this episode with only doing 2 complaints.
I don't care about none of that, but I feel like I just don't, on the show at least. Real life may be different, maybe not. But I don't think I say enough nice things about guys because it's funnier to me to talk about the negative stuff because that's where the funny comes in. But the good stuff ain't that funny because I've already shared with you guys whenever I like somebody, I just turn into this other person. I get very weird. Let me grab my shots really quick. I have a flask. Hold on. It's on the other side of this screen. Okay. So it turns out there's no liquor left and I can't find my flask. So I poured some wine in here and I put some liqueur in there too just to make it a little stronger. I really can't complain because I know this is going to taste nasty and the wine is like room temp and it's not supposed to be. So... All right, so the way we did this, what's that, Revente?
No, it's Martell.
Okay. So the way we're going to do this is we sat down the other day and we decided we would go through and think about the types of men that we have actually experienced and what we liked about them. After I was writing my list, I was like, maybe I do have a type because I couldn't think of that many different types. And then as I was thinking about them, I was like, they kind of all overlap, but whatever. Okay. So you go first.
Okay. So the first one that I have on my list that I have always had great experiences with as far as like love and passion and compassion is the artist. And when I say the artist, I mean, actors, musicians, painters, creatives. Their schedules can sometimes just be so open. And I love that. They can, pull up on you at night if you're having if you had a bad day and you need someone who has that time. You can become their inspiration. That is... Can you hear me, Kiki?
I'm trying not to complain.
Oh, okay. I'm like, did she freeze? You become their inspiration, and I think that's something that is a beautiful thing. I am inspiring you to get up, get out, and do something with your life, and I love that. Their freedom. A lot of artists, creatives that I have dealt with, they are just free people. They're like, I don't want to work here. I'm quitting and I'm going to go pursue my dreams. And they do it most of the time. I love that about the artistic man. Their compassion, their passion for love, bro. They be falling in love. Sex? Oh, Jesus.
Are you having flashbacks?
I am. I actually am.
No, I've never dated an artist. Like, I was trying to think of every type of creative thing. Like, definitely no painters. Any rappers? Nope. Producers? Nope. Some record label people, but they were like on the business side, so that don't count. Yeah. I'm a man in a suit. Singers, songwriters, none of that. Yeah, I don't have any experience in that department. Yeah. This no complaining. Okay. So the first one, my all-time fave type of man, just kind of an umbrella. Southern men. I just don't know what it is about what people do in other places compared to the South, but just the values. I mean, sometimes they get a little lost, but the values that they have, little things like, generally, in my experience, chivalry has not been dead from men who were truly raised in the South. What else did I put on here? I like some of their traditional ways. I don't personally mind the some, to a certain extent, some of the gender roles that people have in relationships. I don't really mind that too much. I like that. I want you to fix my car if something's wrong, or you just take it and do it for me. I don't really care about that. I don't need to know about that. You do it. I like that. And we usually have the same taste in food. Now, sometimes, nope, can't say that. Okay. Generally, we can appreciate good Southern food. I can't.
Good Southern food. And one thing that you said when we were eating lunch the other day about Southern men that I loved, Kiki was like, they actually eat. She was like,
oh yeah,
Southern men
they
are gonna
will eat their food. They're not having protein shakes. They are eating actual meat. Chicken, vegetables, a nice hearty meal. Have you ever been on a date with a man who is eating like a bird?
Oh, I mean, my dad eats like a bird. I'm surrounded.
You're
by
not going on a
like
date
birds.
with your dad. I'm talking about on a date.
Yeah, no, I told you, Lieutenant Bay. Yeah, no, he got to take them taste vitamins. That's how much he not eating like a bird. Next on my list, I have the businessman. And when I say my businessman that I prefer, and there are things that I like about them, is the man that kind of has like that Jay-Z background. Not exactly, not you became a rapper or anything like that, but you came from the streets and you changed your whole life around. Not, no, that was gonna be a complaint. You came from the streets. You have a good mix of. This really makes you think about what you're saying. You come from the streets and you did the work and put in the effort to get out of that thing. I'm talking about you came from the gutter, and it's like people wouldn't even know if you were in the room with politicians or if you are in the room with just like the average Joe. You're just intelligent no matter where you came from. I've learned a lot from men like that, and not in like a stuffy type of I'm gonna teach you this way. Just by watching them, the way that they move is just different. Conversation is always on point. It's never really a dull moment with guys like that. They could joke, they could go there with you, or they can, they talk business, they can talk fun stuff, they can talk about all the things about life. They're uplifting when you might be low. Men in my life that have come from the streets and changed their life around when I'm going through a rough time, they're a great shoulder to cry on. Maybe they might even be like, let's go to the mall and cheer you up. A lot of the times, the men that I have dealt with are financially stable. They never want to go back to where they came from. They have that type of mindset. So I appreciate that about the hustler businessman.
Yeah, I like lots of types of businessmen, mainly for physical reasons. And as we go through the rest of my list, you will see Kiara, like, what, girl? But anyway, they do. It's like when somebody is more well-rounded, I like it. It's like you've experienced so many different things. You're not just like a one-track kind of guy. And it's more fun that way. And I like how they talk. Because I like how they talk. Okay, next one. That was gonna be.
And again, that
about
sex
a different
is good,
type of
hood. They be fucking. They can get rough with you or sensual.
Okay, so this one. Okay, so there's two types of this kind of guy that I like. Former athlete. So I'll do the first type first. The former athlete who does not have anything to do with sports anymore. They have a new career that is totally non-sports related. Ain't no high school football coaches, none of that. I like that kind because similar to the hood nigga turned businessman, they tend to be more well-rounded. when you are with somebody who is into sports and that's all they do professionally, like for the rest of their life, whether they're playing a sport or they have some sort of sports business, it leaves you wondering, when can we change it from ESPN? Is there anything else that you're interested in besides balls? So I like the ones who have done something else because of that. And then also a lot of times they still like to work out and their body still be looking good. And like their posture, they still have a level of confidence that just comes out of them that I can appreciate. I have a friend, he didn't play professionally. He played in college. But now he has a different career. He thought, of course, like everyone, that was going to be it. But now he works, I won't say what industry he works in, but he has to wear a suit to work and he looks really good in it. And I just love to see it. We can watch sports together. You can teach me some things about this industry that you're in. I love it.
And you know, another great thing about the former athletes is like a lot of the times they're still in that world as far as like their circle. So you can hook your girlfriends up with their friends.
Yeah. That could be a bonus for them too. Okay, what's another type you like?
But wait. Before I say that, do you like I don't know if you said this. Do you like the former athlete that just, he got older and retired out, or the one that got hurt? And
that's my second type of former athlete, is the former athlete who retired and didn't spend up all his money. That's my second type. Okay. So we'll talk about that next.
Okay. I have on here law enforcement or men in uniform. I'm going to go with law enforcement because, you know, I have fucked with a couple of the po-po, and there are benefits in dating someone that is law enforcement, and specifically if he's, you know, high up on the ranking. This is a ticket. This is a citation, a traffic violation I got for texting and driving. And the nigga actually put on here, because I wasn't texting, I was changing this song from one Beyonce song to the next. Like, I was listening to Best Thing I Never Had, then I was switching it to I'm a Survivor, the Destiny's Child. I was just switching it up. I was feeling good. I was, you know, and he saw me, he wrote up, gave me the ticket, and he actually put on there changing the Beyonce song. Well, I called my law enforcement ass nigga, and he was like, hold up. Now we're not about to do this. Not my law enforcement ass nigga. And, you know, he helped me out. I've had that with a couple different, you know, when I fucked with some APD one, he helped me out a lot with things. Not that I just be getting in trouble with the law, but if you do have something minor, even if I probably got locked up, the nigga probably get me out. Another thing is, like, me personally.
Wait, what are you getting locked up for? The way you just stuck that, even if I get locked up, probably maybe they can get me out, bitch. What are you going to jail for?
Maybe you had some unpaid tickets, you got a warrant, and you get pulled over.
You missed your court appearance.
Yeah, or you forgot to renew your car insurance. You know, there's some things. Another thing I like about law enforcement is you just feel so, like, safe. I love, like, knowing that the gun my nigga has is legal. Like, I'm just feeling it on his hip, and I'm not wondering, like, why do you have this? What do you do, really? Is this a legal registered, like, gun, firearm? The sex with specifically police officers, they're always in control in their life. If they not know, like, punk, and normally mine aren't, they like to be controlled in the bedroom. They want you to get rough with them. They want to do the role play. They want the woman to take charge, and I love that. I'll handcuff you, baby. I will. Ooh. I'm telling you what to do. Also, when they read the Miranda rights in your ear while they're hitting it from the back, it is a sexy thing. I mean, it is incredible. First of all, I'm like, wow, you really know them.
Well, I would hope so. Probably has to use them a lot. But the way you just said that, as if that's an everyday thing for people to be hearing the Miranda rights during sex.
It's really sexy.
I haven't dated anyone in law enforcement.
They're also very polite. Yeah. Kind of like military. Like, they're helpful. Great to bring around. They're great to bring around your family. They're not gonna Again, I'm talking about the ones that I have met and dealt with. They're not going to really like embarrass you in front of your family. I got a lot to lose.
Have you been embarrassed in front of your family by a guy you were dating before?
Not even just because of like he did something crazy, but just like you just bring a nigga around. Acting. How he carries himself.
Yeah.
Like if I bring someone around my family.
I'm like, wait, who embarrassed you?
When I bring people around and like you don't talk or you're standoffish, some people don't look at that as rude, but my family will be like, why is he here? Like not in front of his face, but like everybody will be like, does he talk?
So
does he like you?
Bring him back.
Yeah.
Okay. So my other type of former athlete are the ones who did retire. Now, if you got hurt, that can count too, because, you know, maybe it depends on how you act. Because I'm talking about the ones who didn't spend up all their money. I'm trying to avoid saying something negative so bad. But it depends. I can't believe we've lasted this long. I know. It's like 30 minutes in. So if you have retired and you did well for yourself while you played, and maybe you start a new career, maybe you don't, maybe you can just live off the money. The ones who can just live off the money who retired, and it's just like, maybe they volunteer and do a lot of stuff because they just want to give back to the community because they got money and they got time. I really like that. I like men who like give back for no reason other than I just want to give back. Me too. I love that. It makes my panties wet. They look good.
It's sexy.
These are the type of men who I have experienced who do have a lot of free time. And so it's just like, you know, they might cheer you up and say, let's go to Miami for a couple of days since we can't really go anywhere else. Or, you know, it's cold in Atlanta. Let's go shopping. What do you want to do? We can do it's you feel comfortable in knowing when they say we can do whatever you want to do. You can really do whatever you want to do.
You're not like,
it's not like, whoa, bitch, what are you talking about? It's like, they say it, you feel confident, let's go do it and experience it. The sex. Now, both of these former athletes, the sex is great. I don't know what it is. I haven't really fucked with a lot of basketball players. That's never been my thing. I've always been a football player kind of girl. I like their body types better. I feel like they all do it. It's just like this, I don't know what it's called, but when they pick you up and you just see all the muscles just like pop, 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 all in your face. And they usually have a lot of tattoos. I love tattoos. And they're just holding you and fucking you. And they're just so nasty. And I like their personalities, the football players. I think, in my experience, the football players have had way more personality than basketball players. And I think
the basketball players be all bougie and like they want it to be all about them.
Or nerdy. I mean, it's still football. Sometimes they do require a lot of attention. Ego's still there, but it's just different. Like I've hung out with them. And
was that a complaint? Fun. I don't know if I know what complaints are. Was that a complaint? What we just did?
I don't think so. But no, we're not complaining. We're just stating differences. I really enjoy that. What else did I put on here? Free time, great sex, everything I said about the other type of athlete. Great to make quick trips with. Oh, and most importantly, life lessons with money management. So if you do look up and get somebody, no matter what they've done, if they assume they amassed a lot of wealth quickly and now they're living off of whatever they earned before they turn 30 and they're living a very comfortable life, they know how to make their money work for them and to grow. You can learn so much from people like that, especially when you haven't always been so good at managing money. The tips I have gotten from a few of these special friends of mine have been so helpful, and I've seen results from it. So it's not like they give me a little tip and it's like, oh, well, bitch, now you got an extra $100 in your savings account. No, they have taught me some really good things, and anybody who can live for decades without working off of what they saved, I need to learn from them because I have issues saving. But most importantly, they look good and the sex is great. That's the most important part. I put that list out of order, good. But that's what I appreciate. Yeah.
The next up on my list is the foreign man. Here's what I love about foreign men. I think I've dated someone from Peru. Someone from where was he from? What is it? Italy? And he was fresh off the boat, Italy. They are romantic. Even the African guy that I went on the date with who had the chipped tooth when he took his mask off, he was very sweet. Like, they're charming. They're just charming. I feel like when they're dating American women, it's almost like when American men get foreign women and they are just like enamored by how different it is. Like, you might just want something different. Anybody who dates something different, you're so intrigued that you become a little bit obsessed with it. Every foreign man that I've ever dated becomes obsessed with me, and I love it because it makes them overly romantic. They also love trying new things. Foreign men that I've dated have introduced me to like different things, like just like an adventure. Like, let's go over here and we fish at the lake and we just do it. And it's like, but babe,
what accent is that?
I don't know. It's one of the characters in my head. Okay. But they're just open to trying any and everything. How you talked about just like going on a trip. They'll be like, let's go to Italy. Do you have your passport? Let's go let's go try these new things. Let's eat different food. Like, it's never a dull moment until it gets, well.
All right. Next man. I don't have many attributes to add because, again, it's kind of, I like all these men for the same reasons pretty much. But I have noticed that I have a soft spot for dads who have custody of their children. Usually when men have kids and they're no longer married or they were never married or whatever, they're not the ones with the kids. They have the kids sometimes. So when somebody is like dad all the time, I don't know. I like it. I feel, first of all, I feel better about you having a kid. But it's also like you are really making sure that you want to be there. It's just all of the great things. I feel really good about it. Yeah.
Wow, that's an interesting one.
Mm-hmm. But they seem to be really caring. They're very protective, and it's like they don't turn it off. And I like that. Like, oh, did you do this today? Let me help you with this. They're just helpful. It's almost kind of like they're trying to be your daddy, but you get to have sex with them too. But, not in a weird way. Like a good, I like this man, he wants to take care of me type of way. But yeah, that is a weird one. I've only dated like 4 guys like that. I wonder if that seems like a lot. But I've only dated 4 guys like that, and all of them were the same, and I really liked it. And they were like really active with their kids. They didn't seem to be annoyed that their kids were there or any of that. It wasn't an inconvenience. They wanted them there, and they're there.
Yeah, that is great when people are proud of their kids.
Because sometimes you'll date somebody for 10 years and won't know that they have one.
Even had them, and you're like, so this says a lot about your character. Or sometimes they have them, they have them, and you're like, when are you gonna see your child?
I've seen you 12 times this month.
They're like, baby, I have time this week. Junior. You shouldn't have time. School is about to start. Who's only the woman? And now I'm looking at you like, so you just don't care about your baby mama.
This is why I can't
stand a nigga that don't like his baby, that doesn't take care of his baby mama. Not take care in a financial way, but you
I can't stand that. I was gonna let the rest ride. You gotta take a shot. But see, the things that we complain about, it really does just get you going. Because I feel you. I do. I know where you were going. We'll have to discuss that another time. Because you have a point. We know where you're going with that. Okay, what's your next type? Do you have another type?
My next type, I forgot to put it on here, but it just popped in my head, is the old man. Y'all know.
Gosh. How could you forget?
Know.
How could you forget?
How could that not be at the top of my list? I love an old man, and it could be an old ugly nigga. It could be an old big belly nigga. He could be a grandpappy. I love old men, and I don't know like if that means I have some sort of daddy issue, because how you were just kind of saying, like, it kind of feels like you're trying to be my dad. I like when men
they gonna be in the comments like, these bitches got daddy issues. Maybe so, but whatever. I like what I like.
I like what I like. I love when like a man is always checking up on me. And to some women, it would seem kind of like annoying. I like when a man orders my food for me. I like when like sometimes Lieutenant Bay, because he is an older man, he will just be like, he'll text me. He'll be like, go downstairs. And he will just order me something that even when I said I wasn't eating grains, he like would order me like a sandwich and I would go downstairs and be like, this is not, I can't eat this. But I still just love that he was like, go downstairs and get what I got you. Today. I want to make sure you ate today. Like, have you taken your vitamins? You need a ride to the doctor, baby girl. Like, just, I love that how he talks treated. Sometimes, and sometimes I'll be like, oh, you silly goose. Like, he will treat me almost like his child, and it is very attractive to me. And I know it is weird, but that's why I love dealing with old men, taking my car to go get everything like fixed on it. And it's just like, it's lit when you look at it. And even when I did have a therapist, she was like, you want a dad? Like when Carlos and when I was having a hard time, like when we were breaking up and I was super depressed, she was like, what are the things you're going to miss? And everything was like, hey, you put up all my stuff for me. I was going to change my oil. It was like, she was like, okay, this is like a dad thing. It's really interesting, but it's something that I don't want to change. I like old men. I like how they treat you when you're younger than them. And I want y'all to know, I don't like old niggas because they be paying for shit and I'm secretly a sugar baby. That's not it. I genuinely like old ass men.
Okay, my next type, my favorite type, which I need to leave alone, but that's not what today is about. We're just appreciating what they bring. Men who are just ultimately fine as fuck. I just love a fine man. Like, you just look at them and the appreciation starts oozing out of your pussy, okay? Because you're ready. Your whole body is ready and welcoming this man, not only to you, but inside of you. They look good. They smell good. They talk. You don't have to worry about insecurities with them, because sometimes whether you think that maybe they should have a few or not, they don't have them. They're very confident men. The way that they walk, the way that they talk, like the way they brush their hair. I like the stylish clothes they wear. It's just the real things.
Is that a song?
Yeah.
That's why
I be wanting to fuck them. Yes. Yeah. So just everything about somebody who physically looks good. And sometimes, we can make exceptions for the shortcomings you have, the finer and finer you are. And I know that my list of men was very shallow, but I like what I like. I'm a shallow bitch.
And another thing about the fine ass men is it feels good. This is how I felt with 6'8" Bae. It feels good to, like, a lot of times people talk about how men want a trophy wife. Well, your nigga is just fine, and when you go anywhere with him, whether you're at a family function, you're at the grocery store, everybody's looking like, she is so lucky.
I was at this bar with this fine as fuck man recently, and everybody was just looking like, who is he? Who are you? What are y'all doing? And I was like, You'd
be scared to leave him and go to the bathroom. You're going to be like sis last week and pee on yourself because you don't want to leave him alone, because just in case he's going to slide his number.
You leave your seat, gonna be taken, the women will swarm. No, I don't be scared of that. Well, no. Okay, yeah. So that's it for my types. I appreciate them. Y'all leave us some comments and let us know, what are the types of men that you like, whatever kind of category you want to put them in. Because we were like, it doesn't have to be where they're from or whatever. A couple honorable mentions. I can appreciate a few things about the aggressiveness of a New York nigga. It's an honorable mention. Men.
This men in the service industry.
Okay. Trust fund babies. I had 2 of those, and up until one of their daddies went to prison for money laundering and some other white collar crimes, Things were great.
Wow.
That took a turn for the worse.
You know what? Also,
which
barbers.
is different.
Barbers are fun guys. They
Okay.
have great conversation because they standing up talking all day cutting hair.
That is their job. They talk so much. I don't think I've ever dated a barber.
I
I'm
wasn't
gonna
dating
try
him,
a
but I
lot
was
of
fucking
different
this nigga.
No, I haven't fucked one either.
His
I want
hairline
to try
was
some different
impeccable.
types. It was what?
His edge up was always impeccable.
I did date a barber. How could I forget? I used to be in love with that nigga. I forgot. He did have a great hairline. He had good conversation. So great he was lying and living a double life, but that's beside the point. He was cute. And that was the last time I dated a short man. Yeah.
They normally be little.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to go too hard on
All
that.
right. Well, that's it. Do you have any honorable mention? Oh, you just said the barber was your last one. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Let us know what types of men y'all like. And the guys, are you one of those types of men? If so, leave a note. And I guess you can tell us what type of women you appreciate too. I mean, just to keep the conversation going. And with that, we can go ahead and move on to Indecisive Diane.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey ladies, it's me, Indecisive Diane, feeling real decisive. Here's what I want you to do this week. I want you to get in the car with Bae. Go to the richest area in your city. Sightsee houses. Have a bottle in the car, maybe some snacks, and imagine what your life could be like together in a big old mansion with no worries. Tell me how you like it. Bye, ladies.
Okay, and we are back from Indecisive Diane, and it is time for the advice. Remember, if you guys would like to ask us a question on the show, send it in to askcocktails@gmail.com, and maybe we will read it on the show. Okay, you want to go first?
Yes, I have one pulled up, and even though we did all of this men's appreciation stuff, this nigga, he labeled the subject line is side nigga dilemmas. Hey, beautiful women. I don't know what your male demographics are, but I definitely love the podcast. I do my best work as a side nigga. I know how to play my role. I've been in multiple side nigga situations. But anywho, I have a dilemma. I have a dilemma that I would like some advice on. I've been kicking it with this chick for maybe a couple of years now, but she always had a boyfriend. We met at my job, and basically she shot her shot and made it. Oh, she shot her shot and made it. Okay. But didn't know she had a boyfriend until later. Well, we didn't do anything sexual until about a year after meeting when she gave me some fire ass head. Her mouth was water wet. Mouth. Then months after, when she finally gave me some pussy, and let me tell you, biracial pussy is amazing. What? It took me by surprise. Well, here's the dilemma. She's always telling me she wants to have a daughter, and I want to be like, me and she's always telling me she wants to have a daughter and wants to be with me and love me, but never wants to leave her boyfriend. She will do anything for me. I keep trying to tell her I'm cool with just messing around because I know she's just all talk. I don't lead her on because I don't want to get my feelings involved. I tried to dip away from her, but a nigga get horny as fuck, and I know she be down, to fuck. If she has free time, but also I just want to move around from her because I'm ready for something serious and I just know nothing is going to come from it. But my dating life is non-existent, but I really do care for her. So what's y'all advice on how to handle the situation? Keep the fellas interested. Sincerely, a light-skinned fella from DTX. Is that Dallas, Texas? I'm
I
assuming.
guess.
First of all, feelings already are involved. Let's say that. When you
You
can't
wrote
walk
an
away
advice
from
book.
somebody. Yeah.
I'm about to
Second
drink
of all,
this so I can get my complaints in.
But second of all, here's how I have felt when women have like a side type of situation and you would love all the benefits of him, but you don't really want to be with him. The main one is doing something that you just simply could never be able to do. And it probably has to do with like a financial thing. I think you maybe don't have anything like financially to offer her, but her nigga does. And she doesn't want to walk away from that. But the sex is good.
Sir, you're a side nigga. Stay in your lane. Like, I missed part of it because I was confused about the biracial pussy and why you signed off as
That was
light-skinned
weird.
or whatever you said. Please stop. But yeah, it's like if you are her side nigga and she's involved with someone else, you knew your role. I'm about to tell you the things that men are constantly telling us. You knew what you signed up for. You know that I'm in a relationship. You're trying to get out of your lane and you need to merge back into your lane. You don't have the proper decals on your car. You don't have an express lane entry toll tag thing at the top. You don't have a toll tag, sir. You need to stay over there in the regular lanes. You can't hop into express lane just because you caught feelings because you like fucking me. I'm not leaving my man. And if you try and fuck up this relationship, I will fuck up your life. You need to think about that.
And even if she
doesn't
seems
wanna
like
leave.
she's the one catching feelings, she's lying. Like, because she did say some stuff like, I want to be in love with you and I want to. She's lying and you need to tell her what your role is.
She don't want you to stray. She doesn't want you to stray. Sometimes you have to say things like that to your side pieces just to reel them back in. Because honestly, and she may care for real, but the likelihood that she could tell. Yeah. And the likelihood that she could tell her boyfriend and tell you, listen, I love the both of you and I want to be with the both of you. We don't have to all be together, but I want a relationship with you and I also have a relationship with you. So like, I don't want to be lying about this anymore. Y'all aren't going to be okay with that. So sis has to keep living her life the way that she is living it. But good luck to you.
Mm-hmm. Good luck. Tell us how it turns out.
Yeah. I'm sure you can find some more pussy. All right. Next advice. Oh, I'm looking like, why is it not printed on here? I printed it too early. Okay. So, hey ladies, I love you guys. I'll jump right into it. I'm a 24-year-old woman that has been talking to a guy since 2017 when I was a 20-year-old sophomore in college. Fast forward to now in 2021 and we are still talking. She put that in all caps. He has ghosted me 3 times in that span, and my dumb ass welcomed him back with open arms every time. Just young and dumb. Lately, I've been losing interest in him and confused on how to move forward. Where's the confusion? Okay, we haven't had sex since my birthday in December, and even then, I didn't want to. Before that encounter, we had sex maybe 3 times in 2020, and I did not enjoy one of those experiences either. I think my body is detached because mentally, I'm beginning to detach also. He is also very insecure. He blows my phone up and claims I'm always lying all the time, among other things. Like, damn, I should have cheated by Keisha Cole be playing in my head because I don't be doing anything. It really is a quality I cannot stand, and he displays it to me more than I can sometimes handle because I am a secure, confident, and not an easily jealous woman. He has noticed I've been becoming distant and confronted me. I told him to sum it up. I'm tired of feeling stagnant because we have yet to make any progress in this relationship. He claims he's hesitant, but he likes me. On top of that, we are constantly arguing all the time, and we're not even together. I'm confused because I do like him, but not nearly as much as before. He's sweet, kind, and buys me stuff. LOL. It's the buys me stuff. I was waiting for what is it that you like. This is what it is. Okay. But I don't feel the most comfortable around him to be vulnerable even after all this time. The red flags such as major trust issues and even simple stuff he does like sweat.
Okay, ma'am.
She said LOL in parentheses because he sweats a lot. Makes me want to call it quits, but I'm torn because he really is a good guy for the most part. But I'm just not feeling it anymore, and I'll be damned if we're talking for 6 years. Should I stay or should I go? Girl, go! You'll be damned if you will be talking for 6 years. It's been 3. Y'all aren't in a relationship and he's accusing you of cheating. The problem is this man is good on paper. That's all it is. And you hear other people complaining about their situation. So you don't know if you can find somebody who's good on paper like he is, but you don't have any sparks with him. Like Medinah, when you were asking, like, could you date somebody who there's just really, you don't have those fireworks with? The answer for you, ma'am, is no. You need to let him go. You're unhappy. He annoys you. You don't want to fuck him, and he sweat too much. Like, I couldn't help but think about that scene in Waiting to Exhale. Is that what you're going through? Because if so, you need to go. You need to find somebody that you're not questioning it, because all of those little things that you're saying, they're little, but if you don't like him, you don't like him. You don't have to accept those things about him just because he has other good qualities. Those good qualities don't really matter because that didn't come to the end of the letter. You need to leave.
Ma'am, this is a bad case of settling tices. You have settling tices, and that is when you are settling and you're trying to make all of the excuses and blame it on him instead of just accepting that you're the one. This is your fault. Everything he does is annoying you. And I've been there. You have to take the responsibility, take the reins in your own 2 hands and trot away. You don't like him at all, bro. Cut the cords. I don't even know why you're saying. You said this nigga breathes.
No sweat.
Let it go. Oh, sweats, breathes. It's all natural. Like, he can't help it. You gotta dib. You're only like hurting your own self for real. You're missing out on your own blessing.
Yeah. He's also not committed to you, so he could have another girlfriend or another situation like this with somebody who is making him happy, and he's just waiting on you to end it, because sometimes men don't know how to break up. Or
worst case scenario, he could also give you a baby.
I forgot.
He could also give you a baby. Now y'all gonna have little Toxina, and you gonna be mad that he got you pregnant. Y'all, you should have been done cut this off. Please cut it off and send us an update on how it goes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So that's it for the advice. Again, the email address for our advice is askcocktails@gmail.com. If you would like to send us a cocktail, I couldn't think. If you would like to send in a cocktail, you can send the cocktails to cocktails@atl@gmail.com. And now we are about to share some. Okay, you want to go first?
Yes, we are.
But if he ain't got a buck, I won't cuff him. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. Run a double D, so stuffing. Back to the point. Is it some cash in this place? If it is, I'll probably stick the stats in your face, turn around. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe.
I will go first, and it's so funny because sis that just sent that, she sparked a cocktail story in me, so I went ahead and copy and pasted the other cocktail to read next week. So this actually happened this morning, and I just totally put it in the back of my mind and forgot. So there was a guy that I used to date. I actually met him in Florida when I lived there, and we dated off and on, had mediocre sex, but he was something fun to date. And he ghosted me, right? Ghosted me. My feelings were so hurt because nothing went wrong. I didn't know what happened. A couple years later, he ended up coming back into my life, and he ghosted me again. And I was like, what happened? I thought that he died. I honestly thought I thought something happened. I was like, he wasn't posting on Instagram. He wasn't picking up my phone. My messages weren't going through. Like, I thought, and it wasn't like nothing led up to this. Just one night we were on the phone. He was supposed to come to Atlanta that weekend. He never came, or I saw him post something on Instagram that he was like on his way. He was driving down here from Tennessee. And I thought maybe he had gotten in an accident. I didn't hear anything from him. I just saw that he was driving. We were supposed to hang out. Like, he was going to come to my, it was the weirdest thing. And I was like, what is going on? Turns out, he started watching my story again months later. Never told me what happened. Never told me if he had made it to Atlanta. Nothing. Started watching my story again. And I would watch him watch my story. And I was like, what is going on? I sent him a message. What's going on? Finally, I blocked him from Instagram. Then he sent me a message like, hey, I just wanted to check on you. You want to check on me?
For what?
I said, what? For what? I said, first of all, we're not going to just bypass that you have. I thought you died, bro. What is going on? So then he tells me, well, I didn't know how to tell you this, but my ex came back into my life. Her dad passed away. She needed some help. And so I let her move in with me. I was literally sitting here. I read it to my mom. He was like, and I just didn't want to, involve you in any type of drama. You don't want to involve me in any type of drama. So you just don't say shit the weekend you were coming to visit me in Atlanta. So he's like, and I didn't want her to get upset. Why would she get upset if you were just helping her out? I'm not stupid anymore, bro. Like, what? Absolutely not. Have a good day. Didn't even respond to him. He hits me. I didn't even say all that to him. He sent me what his piece was. That was a wrap for me. You don't get a response. You've gone too far. That was rude. So This morning I wake up, I get a message from him on WhatsApp because I blocked him on like his phone number. I forgot about WhatsApp. He sends me a message on WhatsApp. The audacity of niggas. Would it be crazy to ask you to go to a wedding with me?
A wedding? On The Sims? Bitch, what wedding?
Do I have dumb bitch that needs a man and she's so desperate that she can't
Your plus
find
one
anyone?
canceled on you. That's what
Ma'am, I was offended. I said, if I could bring my boyfriend with me. I don't have no boyfriend, but I would still said it. The audacity.
Girl,
that is my cocktail. The audacity. Else, so I say all that to say, ladies, yeah, don't let these men walk all on you. No matter how fine, no matter how rich. If they like taking care of your whole lifestyle and you're still happy, okay. But like for the most part, don't let these niggas do it because you will feel worse in the end when they ghost you again. Let that man go.
Please do. Please do. Okay, well, I'm reading a cocktail. That one got you all fired up. All right.
Disturbing, so right? It's like, are you ill?
Probably. You are insane. Okay, this one says, hey ladies, I have so many cocktails I want to send in, but I'm going to start with this threesome with my bestie that turned into a little relationship. Okay, so my best friend moved to LA and started dating this guy. Her birthday comes around and I fly out to Cali to surprise her. We share location, so I literally hopped off the plane, got my little rental, and pulled up on her. It was a great surprise. She introduces me to some of her new friends out there and, of course, her boo. We all went out that night and got fucked up. I don't remember every detail of the night, but eventually me, my best friend, and her boo, and a bottle of Henny ended up in my hotel room. We're taking shots and shit, and my friend's man gets up to go to the bathroom. Almost immediately after, she starts kissing me. I was shocked, but with the liquor flowing through me, I was feeling it. Not long after, he comes out of the bathroom. Now, y'all, I never had a threesome before, so I don't know if this is how it usually goes, but there were no exchange of words. Shit was just escalating and flowing. He comes over to us. At this point, my friend and I are like laid out on the bed. She has my little tube top down and sucking on my titties and shit. Then he lifts her dress up and starts eating her pussy. She tells me to lay on my back, and she starts eating my pussy too. So now she's on all fours on the bed, eating me out while he's eating her out from the back. Then he comes up and starts eating my pussy too. I'm getting my first 2-for-1 special and loving it. He eventually gets up, lays on his back, and she pulls his pants down to suck his dick. Of course, I go down there too, and we both start giving his third leg the best, sloppiest head of his life. I never enjoyed sucking dick as much as I did at that moment. We're both going up and down on his thick, long dick. We're kissing each other with his dick like still between our lips. She's sucking his balls, and I'm licking his ass. While I'm sucking and slurping on the head and shaft of his dick. Wait, what? She's sucking his balls and licking his ass while I'm sucking and slurping on the head and shaft of his dick. Okay, I was about to say, that don't make sense. We're just going in. He then lifts my body up and places this pussy right on his face. We're in the 69 position now, but instead of me sucking his dick while he eats me out, my friend gets up and starts riding his dick. He's laid out getting his dick and face rolled while me and her are up top making out and caressing each other. I feel like I was in a damn porno. It sounds like it. Eventually, we end up with me now on all fours, and he's beating my pussy up while I'm eating my best friend out. My first fucking time eating pussy. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but I must have been doing something right because she was moaning and trembling like her soul was leaving her body. Honestly, he was killing my shit. His dick was so damn big and he felt so good, but I kept thinking to myself, this is my friend's man. Let me not enjoy this too much. He then says, I'm about to nut. And all I'm thinking is, oh, hell nah. I ain't on no damn birth control. Almost immediately, me and her get down on our knees and start sucking his dick again until he busts all over both our damn faces. We lick the cum off of each other, kiss, and then we all go take a shower and go to bed. Now, fast forward. I'm back home and everything back in my regular day-to-day routine, but my friend is acting a little weird. She's like hella flirty with me and saying she misses my pussy and all this shit. She then puts all three of us in a little group message and keeps talking about the threesome and sending little sex clips. You know, the ones you randomly see on your Twitter timeline late at night. Yeah, those. It was weird, but whatever. A few months go by and she comes home for the holidays and she brings him to meet her family for the first time. I'm close with her family, so I stopped by her mom's house for dinner and met with him there. Later that night, we take him out, show him around, club hop and shit. Don't ask me how or why, but we ended up getting a hotel room. And of course, we ended up fucking all night. We had about 2 more threesomes over the next couple of months. Then one day, my friend told me she was moving back home and he's moving here with her. Long story short, they moved here. We all got an apartment together and lived like a little throuple. Threesomes became very normal and very frequent. The 3 of us had date nights and even took a little vacay to Mexico. It really felt like a fun little relationship that I got to share with my best friend, but all good things eventually come to an end. I got a man and moved out, and that was the end of our 3-way relationship. Thanks for reading, Queens. That's a good little story.
That's a cute little story. I wonder if they're still friends, though.
It seems like it. She didn't say they fell out. Because I thought when she said that the friend was acting weird, that it was going to be a different type of weird, not like, bitch, I miss you type of weird. Well, glad that worked out for you, girl.
It must be, something must be in the water. It's the season for friends to be, best friends to be fucking on each other and falling in each other's pussies.
What happened?
That's a whole nother story.
We are out of time for today. So you guys make sure that you are subscribed, check out our sponsors, check out all the things in the description box below. New episodes of bonus content every single Monday on Patreon, patreon.com/CockTales, and follow us on Instagram at CockTales Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
And I'm at Coffee Bean Dean.
And until next week, you guys, goodbye.
Goodbye.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Vasculation. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.